Welcome to Satisfactory. My name is Nilaus. This is episode 4 of our Let's Play. Let's have a look at what's going on. Whoops. Okay. Let's jump down from our completed hub. So we now have a completed hub, but our base is in shambles, to put it lightly. We have been structuring everything in the base towards the sole goal of completing the hub. So all of these are producing iron plates, and the belts are running out, and it's just a mess. It's just a big fat hack, and well, that's just the way it is. But we do have things incoming. This one will now be changed to copper, and I'll start by hand feeding it some copper. This one will be changed into copper wire. I'm not sure I really need this much when my power is constrained. Now, as much as I'd like to enable these, and I'd want to, I cannot do that yet. And here I will change this one back to iron rods. Did I pick up a lot of these? Yeah, I did. What about here? That one, we can put those in here, and we can take this. Alright, so at the core of it, we have quite a bit of resources to produce with. And the first thing I want to produce is actually an extra power plant, because I think we got an extra power plant, didn't we? Look under power. Yes, we have another biomass burner. So with another biomass burner at our disposal, I don't know, then we can actually get out of this situation where we are just not having enough power. So that one goes to there, and if we just fire it up, then we actually have 2 times 40, 2 times 20 plus another 20. Yeah, that's called 60. Yeah, math with Nilaus. Here we go. And right, delightful. We now have 60 in capacity as long as they're all running. Keep in mind that they are only consuming materials not at their capacity rate, but at their consumption rate at the update. So even I can put 7 more of these down, and then all of them will consume at a lower rate. It's very important, because a lot of people that I see or hear of, they're kind of worried about, okay, well, should I put 1 more in? Of course you should put 1 more in. I mean, if you need 1, then build 2. Isn't that obvious? But it also means we are now starting to run out of these. There's no point in running out of power, ever. There, that one. Let's take this one out. There. There's a lot of power poles. So now we have 80. And the speed by which these are being consumed, it still says 20 megawatts, and it still says 6 seconds, but it doesn't actually, it's not actually like that. A few more here. That's good. And that means we can now switch these back on without fear of actually of killing the network. So that's good. Now we actually have all 4 components that we need. We have concrete slowly accumulating over here. We have iron plates and iron rods here, and then we also have the last bit, that's the copper wire. What will complete this is by making a storage where they can put the things in when they're done, so that I don't have to come pick up every 100, but actually can. Oh, that's nice. Well, that's perfect timing, isn't it? Almost perfect timing, at least. Well done, sir. Well done. And we then need to build these. And I don't really feel like I need it for the copper wire, but I'm going to do it anyway. There, copper wire. Whoa. Whoa, 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 whoa. Not built correctly. That's more like it. They are now stuck because they're waiting for the material to slowly come over from our plants. That's fine. That's fine. It's perfectly fine. We have what we need. We will now go back and take a look at the MAM analysis, which is going to be a huge boon for us, power-wise. Right, so here, the power slug.
The crystals on this slug can be harvested and converted into a power shard that functions with current Fixit technology. Several buildings would be capable of performing over 100% capacity if infused. The derived blueprint is now accessible in Hub Tier 1.
Right, this is, in my opinion, the most important thing to get first, because one of the difficult things is power in the beginning, because you need to go out and constantly feed it. So this will buy you some time if we get this overclocking, and we will just feed it immediately. Everything is working, and then we ready for launch. Does it launch? Yes, it does. And you can see in the top right hand corner, it's now 2 minutes and 30 seconds until it returns. Yeah. Just into photo mode to see if we could catch a screenshot of it. That would work. Oh. And in the meantime, while she was talking, I'd queued up another command. Oops, I have to do this. They're kind of in the way. Right. So with this command, we now have overclocking, and as Ada stated, it allows us to produce over 100%. But that's not what we need. We need it to produce less than 100%. Because at this point, if it produces more than 100%, then it uses way too much power. But if we scale it below 100% capacity, then we can make things balance out with the ratios that the machines work, and then they will use a lot less power, like a lot less power. It is not a linear scale. It is hugely favorable to always scale down whenever possible. This is fast. This is only 1 pip, 1 tick for each, so that's fast. Ding 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 ding. You can either hold the left mouse button, or you can hold space to do this, or you can smash your head on the keyboard, whatever you feel like to get this done. I don't mind it. The only thing I mind about it is that I feel so conscious about it. Right, so let's have a look at this one. So the belt here can transport 60 per second, but the machine over there the smelter can only consume 30 per second. So what's the point of having this one produce 120? What we can then do is we can use the slider going down, or if we put a shot in, we can go up. Let's actually, you know what? Let's actually show how it works with the shot in. I probably should do a power tutorial. Yeah, let's do a power tutorial. Now we can build a power shot. Oh, 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 oh. I hear it. I hear it. I hear it. Look at the professional photograph. Maybe one of those will be used for the thumbnail.
Milestone exchange concluded. Fixit freighter re-entry complete.
Oh, I love that being announced. Alright, so if I put this one in here, now we can go all the way up to 150, and look at the power. It now almost doubles in power. Let's get that out of the way. So from 5 to 9.6, that is pretty much a doubling of power by when you add 50% extra capacity. So you really need to be conscious about whether you want it or not. However, the great thing happens when you sort of scale it to the 50%. Then it does not use 2.5 megawatts as you would maybe expect, but it uses significantly less. It's now producing 60 per minute, but that's even still too much. So we scale it all the way down to 25%. So now this would be, if it was a linear scale, it would be 1.25 megawatts being consumed, but it is in actual fact, it is only 0.5 megawatts. So we just reduced this miner by 4.5 megawatt of power consumption. Yeah, it's that big of a deal. And that's what we're gonna have to do on all of these. And you can see as soon as it produces, boom, 0.5 megawatts. Huge improvement. And we also need it over here. Jump. This one can work at 45 per minute. This one can output 120. So let's put it to... Now I'm getting kind of conscious about where my ratios are. Sorry, 30%. Nope, 40%. We'll just do random things until I get something. Still too much. $37.5%. There, 38%. This is now 1.1 megawatt, and it is perfectly balanced with what this can consume. Love it. It's brilliant. It's awesome, and it is also needed for the other ones. Now there's one more thing, one more constructor that I'd like to build, which will sort of complete our little starter factory, just very, very roughly. And that is a constructor that focuses on building, which we'll get it here. Let's see, where can we get it? Constructor that focuses on making biomass, because all of this I pick up, I'd like to just dump it somewhere. In order for us to make a constructor. Damn it. Not enough. Not enough. That's fine. That gives us an opportunity to run around our base. We like our base. It's nice. Oh, we also had some other things that were complete. We'll just go around here picking stuff up. Yeah, nice. Good amounts all around. Let's look at the MEM research. We just got a new research. We can also take this one to be researched.
Barrel nuts can be added to the object scanner catalog after unlocking the new blueprint in Hub Tier 1.
I am quite deliberately not going into the researches, because I feel there are a few things we just want to do, and then we can start looking forward. We had a bit of cleanup in the base, definitely, and now we've done that. So what if we built, I mean, it's just gonna be like a horrible hack. I can't believe I'm building such an ugly hack here, but I am. Kind of fun. It feels like very much like a starter base when I build it like this. Unfortunately, there is currently no way, I don't know if it's currently, but there is no way of automatically feeding that one. Of automatically feeding the biomass burners. So you have to do that manually, or have to do that manually, yes. And that means this is what I intend to do. So they go in here. This one. Well, look at this. This can consume 150, but the belt can only transport, yeah, less. So let's get it down to, I don't know, 40%. Got a problem with my percentages here. Nope, I don't have a problem with my percentages. They are awesome. And it'll just be put into this one, which is close to our location. So we can take that one and that one. So now we have control, and we drag it over, then it'll take all things of the same kind. I don't want this one. I'll try to actually refrain from using those initially. And now is the time. Now we have pretty much automated just the very basic things we need to get the base running. Now we can start looking forward at all the cool things we can research. Right, so options. Logistics will give us splitters and conveyors. That is absolutely insanely interesting. Biofuel is used, it's a much more efficient power source, so it'll give us quite a lot more. We could do that, but it won't really be much good without also having a chainsaw, because then we can start really getting a lot easier. So we'll maybe hold on this, but logistics, yes. Personal storage is a nice little one that gives us just some storage. You can see out here, this means the next coming time we're going to use a lot of these things here. Now if we go into tier 2, they got some more advanced one. Part assembly, this is very expensive, but also enables some new materials to be produced. Those we don't need yet. Obstacle clearing, this is the one we would like to have, because we had the chainsaw, we can do something. We can clear out a lot of forest and get some more building space for ourselves. Jump pads, they are just fun and games. Walkways, they are mostly cosmetic, but they're good to have. So we are going to logistics. I think that will be the most interesting one to get first. So logistics, utility, and then obstacle clearing. Now we don't have enough yet of all of these things, but with a bit of a supply run, maybe. Let's get a supply run going. And also, we need to adjust these machines in overclocking, underclocking. 30. And that's what we set the belt for. This one, 15. 15 out, but still 30. So this is working at a balance. Great. This one, however, is taking 15 in. That means that's why it's stockpiling here. However, this one can consume all. So this is why we need the logistics, because we can then take from one of these into 2 of these and then merge it back in here. So for now, I won't do anything except maybe take these and just handcraft myself. This one can only take 15. Well, why would this one then run at double speed? Yeah, it could be because I can also this one merge it out once we get some better things. Let's leave it as it is for now. But the one thing that's really important, remember to pick up everything on your way, is up here. This one should be tuned towards 30 per minute, not towards 120 or however much it is. It is insanely overscaled, if I recall correctly. I think it's 120. Can I go under? Yep. Just barely, but I can. There. No. Wow, that's a bad one. Wow, it's an impure. Not impure, impure now. Alright, so this one is actually set at exactly the speed that I can consume it with. So that's pretty good. No reason to overdo it. Well, it would have been nice if it was a better one. So let's hitch a ride on these magical belts. Because somehow, despite the fact that nothing works on belt and I'm not running, see? It just lightning fast transport. That's something we should keep in mind for the future. Right, we use the transport belts. Well, transport belt's not going to be that great in a tower. We are not anywhere near starting to build our tower, or even starting considering how it's going to be built. Once we have the logistics, then we can start redoing a lot of this starter base. The starter base will still be... Do I have 200? No, not yet. But I did catch a few other things. What about... Yeah, I do have others. Yep. Here. And just take that one. Then I'll just handcraft the last bit of it onto... So we have it. Did I forget to... Yes, I did forget to pick up some more. There. Got all of it. And this is where we can then go over to this location and take our thing to be picked up. One thing at a time, one thing at a time. We'll get some more rods here. Are we going to get all of them? No, we're not going to get all of them, but just a bit more, just a tiny bit more, just a little bit more, right? Just a little teeny tiny bit more. We get the rest in very soon. That one, that one, that one. We're ready to launch. Boom. That gave us
Milestone reached.
here.
Conveyor belts can now merge and split to increase the complexity and efficiency of your factory. The productivity display will help you measure and improve the productivity of individual buildings.
Oh, that was actually really nice. See the productivity display here. Now this one displays efficiency 100%. That's very nice. How about this one? We don't have a lot. And we also set up a something for here. The alien carapace. We need more alien
Additional
carapace.
samples are required for R&D to continue developing a defense-oriented blueprint. The creature has been named Phacocoirus plumiuscata, or fluffy-tailed hog.
Fluffy-tailed hog. Alright, the next milestone we want to aim for, when it returns in 2 minutes, is utility. Because it gives us biofuel and a lookout tower. We really like the lookout tower. And at this point I realized that maybe I should actually build a few of these. But let's go back. Let's think about things here. I need some more concrete, because with the invention of the splitters and mergers... Alright, I'm gonna get distracted from my distraction and distract myself here. First, power. Gotta be on top of your power. Alright, that thing is solved. Get that in. Put the rest of the biomass back here. Don't need to carry the biomass. Look, we don't have a lot of biomass left. So, the current milestone of utility would be really nice to get. But, on the other hand, I think it's also time for us to really build this starter base exactly like I designed it in my own starter base. The one that I've just made whoops. I designed a starter base that I think is quite efficient. So if I didn't build it myself, I would be kind of a hypocrite, wouldn't I? Not that I'm not, but... Unfortunately, it means everything has to be redone a bit. Because it starts out by coming in, and now actually, oh, this is actually quite interesting. Because we do not need this one anymore. You are no longer relevant. Because one belt will now be enough. If I get 60 from this belt, then it will be enough. So I will now need a splitter. These are quite ingenious. And the red one is the orange one is the input that is on the far side for me. And the blue one is the outputs. So that comes in here. I'm just going to start taking that one in there. And the first one is very simple. That just continues. So we get 60 in when I've adjusted the speed back at the mining. Hold on, can I just shove in some of this? Yes, I can. The next part needs more space. So I have to start destroying this over here, which is not ideal. Yep, I heard something off in the horizon not working anymore. And unfortunately that one as well. So we can build this platform a bit further up. It's not going to be huge, but it's going to be something. Right, so this one will need to feed 2 of these machines. Well, in order to feed 2 of these machines, I'm going to need more space. And that means here. Flip, flip. There, right? And we need a smelter. So it goes here. This one can output 30 iron ingots, and that needs to be then put into a conveyor splitter. But for some reason doesn't align with that one yet. Why does it not align? Oh, there it does. Really want it there. But how does that look from... Well, that looks perfect. Yep. This one will now consume 15 and deliver 15. All we need now, well, That one's have to go. That one has to go. So does this one, out of purely aesthetic considerations. They will need to be built into a merger. Built here. So that they can be merged back in. I'm kind of feeling that maybe this one is not placed correctly. See, it is overlapping here, but not there. That's like the smallest minute thing that could break the whole thing. Alright, we will start by also making the next part, which will be the copper, because the copper should also be automated, or at least cleaned up. Unfortunately, we can't take all these up. Whoa! Someone has a full inventory full of junk. Yeah. Alright, we can fix that. That one. And that one. Are we seriously going to be leaving the space at such a complete mess that we are in here? Or are we going to just get a bit better starter base? Picking leaves through the concrete. Weeds. They're weeds. Only it must be weeds. Only weeds can can live through concrete. All right. So this gets a bit more wonky advanced, I think, because, and I don't have enough. Obviously, I don't have enough. That should have seen that coming. We need screws in order to make 6 of those. Don't have enough space. Why do I not have enough space? What do I not want? I can live without these. Okay, and now I built one of these here. And then I'm actually going to build one more here as well. These will produce wires, yes. However, one of these produce 45 wires. And this is where it gets a bit interesting. I actually need one more. Hey, even numbers, great. I will need, and I think this is the closest thing I can make it, unfortunately. So I get 45 plus 45 out here. This one can consume, that one can consume 30. So I have 60 left. So I just need a way where I can take 60 that goes into a storage and 30 that goes into here. The way I'm going to do that is by saying I need a splitter. Maybe here. And one back there. So this one will take 15 plus 15 plus 15 out. And if I then can merge, that's in the middle, right? That's the middle. If I then take 15 plus 15, then I can take exactly 30 in here. You'll be happy. I'll have to take these 15 and combine it with 15 from that location, so I get 15 in. What? Oh, I must have built it the wrong way. Looks okay. Oh, it's from this one, of course. Yep, sorry. And that's merger shouldn't be here. From here, that's 15 inbound plus 45 inbound is going to be an exact match outbound. This is brilliant. I love it. I love it. And what we need is these locations out here will now be for the storage. We want it's on store 8 here. I want to build it a bit further away because I want to do a test here to see if I can build them on top of each other. If I can you get all the way up there? Can't afford. That was not the conclusion I wanted. I was actually hoping that it would be a success, obviously. Let's see it. Because I really want this one to be able to get up to the highest one. Yes. Because that allows me to get from the highest one and get it back in here to the lower one. Much easier. Yes. Okay. Now all we need is just the storage locations remaining here for all of them. And this one is, granted, it's the most complex one of these. Yet, at least. There'll be more complex things to come. Where is it? There it is. And on top as well. That one. Straight in there. Next one. I hope this is making somewhat sense. This is basically about being as efficient as possible, because now the copper build is using it is entirely using 30 per second minute, sorry. And okay, not that one, because they have to be aligned to this one, to the output, of course, here. And over on this side, we have the last one. That one. 8. And again, from here, straight in. From that one, straight in. All right, so the whole thing is not wired up, but we can do that at a later date. Let's just jump up on this one so we get a nice view of what we built, because I think it looks good. It's not wired up, but we got to leave something for next episode as well, right? If I stand in this corner, we can kind of see what we built. Yeah, so thank you very much for joining. I hope you are liking it, that we are sort of continuing to build like more designs, more weird stuff. So hope you like it. You know where the like button is. You know where the comment section is for ideas, thoughts, questions, all that good stuff. And I'll be seeing you in the next episode. So until then, stay effective.